Say what? Yo, we're going crazy, man. Going boom boom. Big boom boom. Big boom boom. Yo, man. How we doing? First like, first comment. Keep up the good work, brother. You too. Good deeds, good deeds. It's going a little crazy. Getting a little on the nutty side of things. Hold on. The crazy 7%. Not a bad move, not too shabby. Not a shabby move for today, ladies and gentlemen. Not too bad. How we feeling? I know it's good to see a 7% move. Got some boom booms. Oh, man. Let's go. Been holding for a while now. Need a little glimmer of light at the end of this tunnel on the train to the moon. There we go. We're about to break $30. That's a very important level. If we even see on the option chain, 17,700 open interest at the $30 strike. That's going to have to pretty much be instantly hedged for. But factoring in the premium, 38, 39 cents, they could wait a little bit, but especially coming tomorrow, that's where you're really going to see a lot of hedging start to happen. Pretty interesting, though. We're fighting that 30. Some big candles. Ah, there we go. There's the candle. There's the rejection. Being rejected by a girl, that's one thing. But the stock getting rejected. Psh. What's up? What do we call you? You can call me Tyler, the creative investor. Whatever. Whatever you want, whatever floats your boat, I'm all in. Oh my God, what? Come on. We've been seeing these big candles all day, though. Yeah, that's a decent one. That's a decent candle. A lot of now, and I look forward to them. I look forward to you watching them. It's I mean, it seems like recently over the past couple of weeks, it's a lot easier to see what's going to happen. And I mean, we've been killing it, so congratulations to everybody that has been watching, following along, and doing good. I think that's going to be a very interesting. Hey, gents, let's go AMC. Let's go. I mean, there's this whole secular rotation that at the same time's starting to play out. Today, you really see it. Because what is, like the indexes, NASDAQ only up 0.5%, S&P hardly positive. Russell 2000 only up 0.88%. But like my portfolio is up like 6-7% today. Do you think we will squeeze in 2022? Oh, 100%. I mean, it's going to be such a strong fundamental year. You know, it's not like AMC is a bad company. I wish other YouTubers actually talked about this, right? Loading financial highlights. But AMC, one, it's got more cash it probably knows what to do with just as a safety net, which is great. But your operating revenue and the cost of revenue, these are huge numbers. AMC's projected in between $4.5 and $5 billion of revenue next year, right? And that cost of revenue used to be $4.5 billion for roughly the same, right? $5.5 billion of revenue. Well, their cost of revenue, the amount of money it takes them to make that, that operating revenue, the money they bring in is it's going to be substantially lower. So I personally think AMC is going to get a profit next year. And I mean, once that happens, they could do anything. But in that case, the short thesis is collapse because AMC will be a stronger business next year in 2023 than it was previously. There's something crazy that happens when a company is almost forced into bankruptcy. They have to slim down the business, find every way to cut as many dollars as possible. Once they go back to more normalcy like we are right now, you've shed away a lot of that bad fat on the company per se. So the whole fucking short thesis is just gone. So if we get to that $34, $35 range, do you think we will hold that range and build on it next week? Oh yeah, I honestly think this is the start. Like today and tomorrow, these are the last days in 2021. So you're not really seeing big money doing much, right? And I mean, I think big money is a huge component of this because 2022 just going to be a strong fundamental year. But nobody wants to make big moves the last 2 days of 2022, mostly because of tax reasons. And if you were somebody that, sold out AMC, if you're an institutional investor that bought in the 40s or 50s to write off those losses against your gains, which hedge funds have not done that well this year, but some of them obviously have, then you can't buy the stock for 30 days. So if they did that and caused this, they helped fuel this fall, if they did that end of November, you're looking at right now until the first week of January when they could buy the stock back. And I think there's a strong, fundamental case right now to be made. But, your risk to reward is just so great right now. I'm surprised you don't have a bigger following. Thanks for all your good DD. In due time. Excited to see what the future holds. But appreciate you. Thank you. Do you think it's going to be hard to get the inflow of volume and peak media we had in the past to be able to bring them last? No. I think there's a lot of people that even that hate on the stock that are still watching this. Like even Charles Gasparino, however you say his name, I'm not sure. He even said that he's been watching this stock. Like everybody watches it. I think media will cover it as, we do start to make those explosive moves. Because AMC gets clicks. Like, that's why you see so many bearish articles and titles to articles. Or at least you did a lot more over the past couple of months. So they get clicks. They're going to talk about AMC. Seriously, you haven't been right yet. That's not true. I mean, we called out the mega bounce to a T. I called out this move yesterday. This was one of my most disliked videos in a very long time. Check this out. I'm totally transparent with you guys. I don't care if you guys see any of this stuff. But boom boom candles. AMC might just go boom boom. What was the actual title. Watch before tomorrow. Check it out. 92% like to dislike ratio. And most of the videos are in between, 96 and 98%. So people did not like that. But what happened today? I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but we have been right a lot more than we have been wrong, at least in the past couple of weeks. And I mean, if this is not financial advice, I'm not telling you guys to buy or sell, but if you had, you would have made a lot of money. That's just, seriously, what's your position on AMC shares, cost, expected movement within the week? A lot of questions built in there, but my position on AMC is, as far as shares, it is the largest position in my portfolio. But I have shares in a lot of different accounts, right? Webull, I even have 100 in Robinhood. That cost base is like $37 a share. I have shares in Public, just a lot of shares all over the place. But it is overall my largest position. And I just bought a call today, the first call in over 4 months today, because of what I've been saying. I only spent $100, a $35 call for January 14th. If I'm right, then I'm going to get rewarded. If I'm wrong, I'm going to lose money too. So there's that. Following you in North Texas. You're a king of men. Thanks for everything you do. Thank you. You guys are all king of men, king of females. Tool worker, mega bounce. What is that? Where did it leave us? Well, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but this day right here, this was a Friday, December 17th. I was talking about the mega bounce, all throughout. Really, this drop too, and we went up. I believe it was over 20% if you include after hours in that. But that's really a side story. That's in the past. Hello from Chicago. Let's go AMC. I know you don't have a crystal ball. How do you think this will go when it squeezes? Ooh, that's always a really good and interesting question. Anything's possible. I don't like to get people all bent up about it. I honestly don't know. Millions of dollars a share. You're going to look at a total financial collapse at that point. But, certainly 5 to 10,000 is definitely possible. That wouldn't be too far-fetched. Considering everything else, AMC was searched more in 2021 than stimulus check. That's crazy. That's just nuts. So, 5 to 10,000, that's very realistic. If you want the unrealistic, $10,000 next week. I see those videos all the time. It's really disappointing, because then when I make videos, talking about even the last video I just made, it's people are yeah, right, and they don't even watch the video because they've been clickbaited when all the data is here, and hopefully it happens, but you just never know. Vartech, you're the only one that called this. Yeah. I really put my neck out on a line though. I hope you guys see that. If I'm saying it, there's obviously things to back it up, because nobody really wants to put their neck out on a line, but sometimes it's worth it and pretty clear to see. I think this was pretty clear to see, and I also think the secular rotation was pretty clear to see. It's why my personal portfolio is filled with a lot of these mid-cap stocks. SoFi up 11% last I looked today. DraftKings up 7%. AMC up 7.5%. So I think all this stuff, I'm good at being early. I'm good at being really early. And that's a good and bad thing, because you rather be late than wrong, but you'll make a lot more if you're early and right. So I don't know. Hopefully tomorrow's good. And if we do take a look at the option chain, see, we just had the $30 strikes go into the money, 17,700. But you really also got to factor in, which I kind of left out of the other video. It's not as important, but it's the premium that is collected. So if the market makers have to sell you 100 shares at, say, $30 per share, but when selling the call, if they did right now, they're collecting $39 of premium. Technically, they don't have to fully hedge out that position until AMC was $30.39 per share. But they do like to beforehand. Obviously, they have more information. They know what's going to happen like tomorrow, or have a good idea anyways. Shouldn't say they're like fortune tellers, but, you know, they have a pretty good idea. Busted 30. Bing, bang, boom. We're off to the moon, baby. Let's go. I know it's $30 is a good level. Really good level. 2022 year of the apes. 100% agree. 100% agree. Because, I mean, the business, like, people don't like the fundamental argument, but you have to have that fundamental argument to a certain extent. Because your worst case scenario, every time I buy a stock, I'm looking at what's my best case scenario, what I think's going to happen, what's my worst case scenario. If my worst case scenario is much, you know, is worse than my potential best case, I'm not going to touch the stock. And that's where we're at with AMC right now, specifically. Here's response things. Yeah, but they skipped the last two rotations. Yeah, there's been a lot of that. I appreciate your prognostications. I'll continue to follow, but before I leave, can you give my birthday a shout out to my girlfriend, Wilma? Oh, I don't want to butch the last name, bro. Oh, happy birthday, Wilma. I don't want to butcher it. Do you want me to butcher it? Happy birthday, though, to a worker. Appreciate you, brother, and your girl. I think this is good, though. This is good. I mean, 7%. That's a solid day, up $2. Yeah, we are really fighting around this level at 30. It's kind of interesting. What's the SPY doing? I'll pull that up over here. Oh. See, yeah, SPY's not doing anything, really. Which that is good to see. How we feeling, though? It's getting good. It's getting good. And then what? After that 200-day moving average is going to be key to $33. I think it's possible we go to 33 tomorrow. What would that be? A 10% move? Hello, John P. Andre Sales, are the shorts covering? No. I mean, the only reason I'm saying that is because the volume's so low. 24.5 million shares have traded hands, and it's almost 2. This is exactly what we want to see, but if shorts were covering, I think you'd see much higher volume. Because the days to cover is so high, it's not easy to get out of your short position. So you're going to have to pay more. The price would go up faster, and then you'd get more traders coming in. So I don't think shorts are covering. Small shorts could have covered, 100,000 shares here or there. That's possible, but there's always, another short seller to come in and short the stock at that point. While you're at it, can you tell my kids, Ezekiel and Gisela, what they need to do is listen to their father? Yes, and get a long-term stock portfolio. So by the time you're, 20s, 25, 30, you're chilling. Oh, there we go. We're getting some volume that's coming in. Let's go to the 1 minute. Yep, there we go. There's a boom boom. What, 30? Just cleanly broke 30. See, I think that's the market makers that are just fast hedging. You've seen it, like, it was very obvious back here. Crossed $29 per share. Look at the volume spike. In the 1 minute, went from 82,000, almost 83,000 for volume, to 548,000. It's the instant hedging that has to happen by the market makers. That's what's really driving us right now, is market makers. There's traders too that are jumping into it, because why not? I mean, we're in a technical breakout. Like, you can't argue that. Inverse head and shoulders crossed above the 20-day moving average, which we haven't been above since November 22nd. Low volume, big increase to share price. That's big too. That's what I like to see from an outsider trying to look at this in that perspective. Compared to the volume that we used to see, to see a move like this off of this low volume. Imagine tomorrow if 60 million shares trade hands, or 100 million. You're looking at an easy 20% day. That's what people don't realize. Low volume, people were saying that was bearish when we were having, a muted day off low volume. It's like, that's not bearish. It's not bearish at all. I think it's good. Do you think we'll finish at $31 today? That is possible. What are we at? 2 o'clock? Yeah, I definitely think that's possible. We are typically in the lowest volume period of the day. It would certainly not surprise me to close up 10, 12%. Would not surprise me. That's why I bought the call. So if I'm wrong, then I'll lose money too. But even with the max payment, I feel like this is a trap for some reason. Could be. This is really the whole secular rotation. Like all these other shorted mid cap stocks, they're all running too. Some of them more than AMC. So I don't really see a flip. Tomorrow would be key to watch for that. But, with the options that are right out the money, I think it's going to be hard. But, comparatively to what we've seen on the other mega bounce that we've seen a lot of options, the 20% day that we had called out, December 17th on that Friday, we've seen a lot of puts that were also in the money on that given expiration, and a lot of calls that were out of the money, not very many that were in the money. We're not seeing that for tomorrow. We're only seeing 13,000 puts that are in the money, but there is a lot that is just out of the money. So, could be really good. Definitely have to see a lot of hedging really fast. Videos really help in the hard days. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, but that 30 is so key. It's almost laughable what we've done here in the last 20 minutes around the 30. Anyone going to the movies? What's up, brother? Let's go. What is up, baby? I have $200 in AMC. Win Lambo. Win Lambo. Come on. We all should have Lambos by now. It's tough. Soon, though. Soon. 100K AMC would mean $51 trillion market cap. Yeah, it's pretty insane. So what? 10K would be 5 trillion. Simple rough math there. That's more in line with possibilities. I'm about to make some popcorn, grab me a drink, and watch us launch to the moon. Oh, yeah. I think Power Hour, the last hour of the day, is going to be key, too. I missed your message, Doug. What's your prediction on the floor price of AMC? I mean, the overall, floor price? Geez, worst case scenario, that, like I said before, $20 per share. By the end of the week, 33, 35, that's possible. The end goal of AMC, the MOAS, it's really hard to say. But enough to Buy yourself a Lambo. What have you guys seen? Have you guys seen that movie on Netflix, Don't Look Up? That's a good one. I have watched The Matrix, very similar to Inception. When Volkswagen popped, you had 12 hours to sell. Interesting. I have not seen The Matrix. Hello. Acidus, 1864. In the house, baby. Yeah, I really want to talk about in the video later, like this whole secular rotation, because I think this is just the start for AMC in general. Win Moon, another 5 to 10K FUD tuber like Lunatic. Well, I guess no. Oh man. It's pretty funny. Let me ask you, how many shares do you have? Don't be greedy. How many shares you got? If you got 100, I'm terrible at math here, so we'll just pull up the calculator. Damn it. Come on, bro. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. If you got 100 shares and went to 10 grand, that's $1 million. Tell me you'd be mad off that. What you want me to say? It's going to go to $1 million? Because I will clickbait the shit out of you guys. I will say it's going to 10 million if you want me to. Doesn't mean I believe it, but Moscato with no views, paid promoter show. Yeah, they're doing that a lot. In the first video I made today was last night. Posted a video. They're like, this is BS clickbait. You shouldn't watch people that say this kind of stuff to get your views. And I'm like, what? Doesn't even make sense. Like, the data is here to support that. And then I looked at the page. There was only 3 comments ever on my channel, and it was just in that video. They like spam commented everybody. But first glance, it looked like a real person. And then under, there was a Cassandra account, and that was created 19 minutes ago. So I screenshot it. I'm like, dude, they really have a huge campaign and trying to divide people. It's kind of crazy. 564, 565, 917. See, there we go. LOL. Clickbait us. Clickbait us. Generational wealth. No, that's not true. That's not true. You could make $1 million off AMC, sit on your ass, and collect 60 grand a year for the rest of your life. Now, what you decide to do with $1 million can take you very far. Anybody that's a billionaire, a multimillionaire, anybody successful will tell you the first million is the hardest. After that, like, AMC is not just a one-stop shop. Sure, it could be if you want average. If you want to be like, shit, by the time I'm retired, I want to be making 50, 100 grand a month. Right? You can do whatever the fuck you want with that kind of money. And that's what I've done the calculations. You need, for 50 grand a month, you need $10 million invested at 6% a year. And you'd make 50 grand a month doing nothing. Now, is AMC going to make you $10 million? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I wouldn't fucking make it your all in all, just one thing, and I'm done out the markets. No, if this should be a big building block, not the whole tower. That's where people don't get. But 10K is pretty nice. Exactly. 10K is pretty nice. I would have no complaints. Honestly. Half is tax, Fed, and state. True, but you've probably been in AMC for a while. I mean, if you have, hopefully it doesn't squeeze till, I mean, people are going to hate that, but until you've held onto the stock for at least a year. Catch for you. How are you different from Matt Course / trades a lot? Also, why you an AMC instead of GME? I am a GME apes trying to understand how y'all think. How are you different from Matt Course versus trades a lot? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. I think everybody's different, you know? I'm more of like the data guy, you know? But I'm not sure exactly what kind of context you mean by that. No, GME, AMC, I mean, they're pretty much going to do kind of the same things. AMC definitely has more of the attention. And in my opinion, AMC has this is only my opinion, but they have more, how do I say this? They've been doing more to grow the business in the future. Like Nintendo, I always bring that up. They used to be into vacuum cleaners and playing cards and toys, and they pivoted their business model to become a lot more successful over time. I think that's where, the big difference is. GameStop, I haven't looked at their numbers, but I'm sure GameStop is even a leaner business than it was. Like AMC's numbers right here prove this. Cost of revenue, operating revenue. They're actually going to start making hundreds of millions of dollars of profit when they go back to these normal revenue numbers, which is projected to be next year around $4.5 to $5 billion of revenue. So, I mean, I think they are very much the same, but different. BKF Moto. See, actually, stock increasing on low volume, it's not looking good. Actually, that is good, believe it or not, because like you could get super technical with it, but the way to think about it, if we see 60 million tomorrow in volume, what do you think is going to happen? If we're doing this move, a 7% move off 25.5 million, once you see bigger volume, because look, check it out. What happened after June? We had back and forth, high, low volume. Just every other day was like that. Nothing happened with the stock. It did not continue to climb. It slowly went, down and then back up and then ultimately leveled out and kept going down off of back and forth volume. Now, what you need to see is low volume heading into high volume. But the higher the share price goes, before we get high volume, the higher the price will go once we do get high volume. Hopefully that made some sense. Kind of sounded confusing, but, essentially it's just like that. 25 million, 30 million, these lower numbers. You do get a big volume spike. Volume dies down. The price stayed elevated, though. And then it did come down, and then ultimately that big volume comes in, and that's all she wrote. So actually low volume is good, assuming we have higher volume tomorrow or whatnot. I think it does show a lot of people are holding on to their shares too, but if you're thoughts on Prague, I think the only reason it's up is because the market is up. Notice the Nasdaq dropped, so does AMC. They are pumping all these cheap monies to the market via printing low interest rates. Yeah, I think that definitely has something to do with it. I'm in a lot of other stocks that are doing really good too today, but it it is, but it isn't. If that makes some sense. Pullback of a slingshot. The Fed is also asset buying, so the market is completely false because it's not based off the true economy. I mean, earnings are at, all-time highs. So that's true too, but, the companies are doing well. Heard that AMC can reach 60. I'm going to read yours. If you're a data guy, you would be in GME because there's more synthetics floating out there. Problem I have is AMC Apes trying to own the NFT marketplace. That's on GME NFT website. Yeah, I think it makes sense to have some kind of partnership there. But, I mean, you can have the best data and things could look great on a, on that kind of basis, on a fundamental basis, and it just doesn't play out that way. A big factor of AMC is the attention, publicity, the traders the stock has. Like, AMC was the 7th most searched stock in 2021. Even more searches than stimulus check, like I've said a couple times before. That tells you a lot. GameStop wasn't on that list. It wasn't top 10. I don't know exactly what it was, but that's a big factor, is the attention factor. But they're relatively gonna move kind of the same, It's not bad to be in GameStop, over AMC. I mean, see, it's up 3.37% today because it just doesn't have the same kind of factor. There's also way less volume on GameStop on any given day. So that's also, the same logic. If incredible volume, crazy volume starts to pick up in GameStop, then you're going to see this thing explode. We're only at 1.1 million shares so far. I don't think it's a bad idea to have both, honestly. Oh, yeah, and then I heard AMC can reach 60,000, 100,000. What do you think about that? I mean, I think anything's possible. I think it's unrealistic to, think that. Because what it all comes down to as well is, a self-fulfilling prophecy, like inflation. The Fed, they've said, yeah, inflation's going to stick around a while. You're getting all these headline numbers, the news spreads around. So businesses start raising their prices because they're like, hey, inflation's here. We can raise our prices. Even though our costs to, sell our product have not went up, we can still raise our prices because people expect us to. Inflation's higher. And that makes inflation go up. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So ask yourself, do you really think everybody's going to hold on to their shares at $60,000 to $100,000 per share? You can say all you want, but human psychology does not work that way. So to sit here and say to you guys, I will not sell my shares till 60 or 100 grand. If it goes to $10,000 or whatever the $1,000 magical price is, nobody's going to do that. And if you do, congratulations to you. You are crazy, but, over 250 plus new executives on GME side, along with over 1.5 billion in revenue. Also, our issue flow almost. Yeah, no, it's definitely good too. Again, bro, best of luck to y'all. Yeah, best of luck to you too. I think I think GameStop will do just fine. For sure. Yeah, we have came down a little bit. I just want to see us hold above 30, to be honest. We were above it for 3 minutes right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes right here. We've only been above it for about 10 minutes today. But we are in the lowest volume period. 3 o'clock, that's going to be important power hour. It's good, though. Let me ask you, has anybody bought any calls over the past, 2 weeks? Because I personally never do, but I did today. Granted, we do got this technical breakout. Just want to hear what kind of strikes you guys have on them. Because, that's a beautiful technical setup. I actually see his videos from time to time, official. Patrick Weiland was bragging last night about his $29 puts on AMC running. Yeah, I seen that. I also seen one of him saying, hey, there's only 2 days left of trading this year. I don't think the MOAS is coming. Dude, sure, people want it to come as fast as possible, but like nobody's going to complain if it were to happen in January, February, or any time next year. Like, you know, it's the only thing where you knew you were going to make a lot of money, but people still get mad because it's like, you said it was going to happen this day and it hasn't happened. Well, dude, you're still going to make like $1 million. Just give it some time. Sometimes the data can look great, but it doesn't always happen. No, I do not do calls. I am an investor. I like to own. Yeah, me too. Me too. I do trade, but you know, I think like 85% of my account is equities, stocks. I think another 5% is crypto, and then the rest on top of that would be like options. Something funny, I swear, sometime in my comments. You do not read them yet. You gotta go sign behind you. Yep. Got $56 check today. Gamble today in a 32. There we go. Yeah, I always like to do at least 1 or 2 weeks out, just because you can still get those 1,000% gainers, but you're not gonna drop 90%, in one day. I'm still holding. Yeah, I mean, I was never worried about AMC. Like, I never was like, shit. It's the data's here. Everything is really set up. I wanted the MOAS happen next year, rather do my tax for my gains in 2023. Yeah. I hope. See, I need to do more research into the tax code. It's like 4,000 pages long, so who has time for that? But like, maybe one of you guys can answer this for me. If you had bought shares, like, because I bought a lot of shares in January, February, and then all throughout the year I was buying. Is your capital gains like from 1 year from your last purchase or from your first purchase? I could probably figure that out with a quick Google search, but because taxes are not fun. Not fun at all. Let's see. Is there anything crazy in CNBC? Oh yeah, I had a fat trade on a CCL today too. $3 contracts. Flipped them out. 20 of them for $60. Flipped them out at $9 a piece. So that was a 300% profit. That was nice. Should have went bigger on it though. Biden needs our monies. He's got almost 28 to 30 days left to get my sweet 40% capital gains. There we go. Blessed out west. Each purchase starts its own countdown. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Come on. We ain't got time for that. With the lower volume, though, it is easier to move it around to the upside and the downside. I'd watch 29.50. It's so volatile. And the damn uptrends have so much more volume than the downtrends too today. Like 131,000, 240,000, 117,000, 437,000, 167,000. Where the downtrends, I mean, they don't even go higher than 150,000 for volume. Shares are due for capital gains. Check with your broker. It should tell you share by share. Got you. Interesting. Yeah, so, I don't really care how long it takes, to be honest. They don't want to go to 30. Right. I mean, I think power hours should be good, but yeah, we've come down a little bit, 1% since I jumped on here. I mean, that's a beautiful inverse head and shoulders. Too many call options. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be the real test with that, I think. Because there's going to be like no time to hedge them out. But all right, I just want to jump on here for a second, answer some questions, talk to you guys. I might get on later, if live stream later tonight if you guys want. Check out futures and all that